Is it good?
Mm-hmm. That's why we're putting thumbs up.
Oh, okay. Welcome back, guys, to BrisketMedic. We're stuck in the camper today. It's cold and rainy outside. I'm not dead. I am still alive, believe it or not. Today I'm going to teach you how to make some fancy steaks at home without all the expensive gadgets and gazmos, a simple Weber kettle or whatever charcoal grill you have, and some Unclestevesshake. Let's jump in. We're going to start off by seasoning these a little bit early and letting them sit for a while. And that's just so the water-soluble salts and herbs and spices can penetrate into the ribeyes. These are ribeye steaks that I got from Walmart. They're Angus. There's not a ton of marbling in them. That just goes to show that just because they're certified Angus doesn't mean that they're the greatest, but I mean, they're not the worst either, and for the price that they had them at, I'm not mad. So I'm just going to take the tail off and a little bit of that fat. I do like to take the tail off because it tends to really overcook. This kind of was trimmed up a little bit weird from the butcher, so I'm just going to take that whole fat seam off of there. Usually has a lot of gristle in that fat seam, so I try to take it off as much as possible. And a little bit of this right here. Now, this isn't competition or anything like that. I'm just trying to give you the best outcome for your steak at home, and having a good shape to your steak, believe it or not, actually does help, because it's going to help it, it's going to promote it to cook evenly. So we've got decent spinaluses. Again, not the greatest marbling in the world, but we're going to make it work for us. So we got these steaks, and I like to bunch them up kind of like that, just to kind of see what we're working with. And like I said, if this was like a competition or something, I would probably tie this and trim that off and just make it smooth and round. But we're just cooking at home, and we just want a good steak to eat. So we're going to start off the SPG from Unclestevesshake. The All-American SPG has a little bit bigger granules, so I'm going to hit it first. And then I'm going to hit it with our Gator Shake. I love the Gator Shake. It goes really well on dang near everything. It's a lot more fine, and so I'm going to hit it second. And guys, you can go heavy on this. Don't worry about it. These are not the thinnest ribeyes in the world. They're not the thickest either, but you can go heavy on these. We're going to let that sit for 5 minutes, flip them over, and do it again. And you can get these edges with whatever you shake off. Beautiful. All right. And once we get these done completely, we're going to let this sit. It's going to take about 20 minutes for our fire to start up on the Weber. I'll bring you out there and show you how we're going to do that as well. The SPG, those big old chunks of garlic and pepper. I love it. I'm going to spread that out a little bit. When you spread it out, seasonings, don't rub your meat. That'll make you go blind. But you got to make sure that you pat it, because you'll get uneven spreading if you try to rub it in. All right, so let's do a sprinkle of Gator Shake. Beautiful. That looks amazing. They already look delicious. We're gonna let these sit. We'll take you outside and get our fire starter. All right, let's take our fire starter and we'll throw it down in the middle there. This is an actual fire cup from Tiger McCool. I started making my own of those a while back ago, after I bought a couple of his, and they're great. His products really are good. I just started making my own because I'm that kind of guy that want to try things to see if I can do them, and I could. His are really good. He's obviously played with it a lot more than I have, and kind of combination of things to put in there to where they last for a long time and burn really, really well. We're going to get this lit up and let it burn for about 15-20 minutes. All right, so we've got our fire cup started, and we're going to let those lump charcoal burn down. That's from Smoky Woods. All right, so you can see we may have let our charcoal burn a little long, so I had to add a little bit more to the top. Lost track of time, but our steaks have been sweating in for quite some time, and we're just going to throw them right on top and let them go for a couple of minutes. I'm going to let them go for about 3 minutes right there with the lid on, and we'll come out and flip them over. Usually I only cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes, but tonight I cooked them closer to 7 minutes because the girls are with me, so I made them a little bit more medium well instead of medium rare. So the internal temperature of these was about 145 when I pulled them off, and all I did to rest them was I threw a little squirt butter on them, put them up in the counter to rest with a little foil on top, and now they've been resting for about 10-15 minutes. Let's go ahead and cut into one and see what it looks like. This is going to be better than restaurant steak that you've eaten, and super easy to make. Super easy to make, and your whole family's going to enjoy it. You keep flipping it. You've got almost perfect edge to edge finish there. Again, I like it a little bit more rare than that, but for the girls to eat, I'm just going to cook it just like this, and it's going to be great. Guys, if you like what you saw, if you can do this, make sure you try it out at home. Let me know what you think about it. If you haven't tried Smoky Woods lump charcoal, make sure you try them out as well. And if you haven't had Unclestevesshake, you're missing out. I love you guys. Drink more water.